I'm still waiting for LaCroix to sponsor me. Still waiting. Hey guys, it's Tara and welcome back to Reviewniforms. Yay! The channel where I react, rant, rave, review, and talk about uniforms from all walks of life from all over the world. I've owned a uniform manufacturing company for over 25 years and I could talk about uniforms all day long. So if you want to hear what I have to say about some cool uniforms and some not so cool uniforms, then keep on watching. Okay guys, let's see what we've got today.
The Playboy Bunny is an icon created by Playboy founder Hugh Hefner as he was conceptualizing his Playboy brand. Though they might have started as glorified waitstaff at one of Hefner's clubs, the women grew into legendary sex symbols.
Without a doubt, the Playboy symbol and the Playboy Bunny is legendary. And I've been looking for a word to replace iconic, and this is the perfect word because this uniform and the branding is absolutely legendary. So I am super excited. I think the Playboy Bunnies are totally adorable, so I cannot wait to see more. I want details.
Women around the country aspired to be. Today we're going to see what it was like to be a Playboy Bunny in the 1960s.
Okay, so we're going back in time. We're gonna look when it first started in the 60s. Oh, I'm so excited!
Before the iconic uniform with the Playboy Bunny was settled on as the look, men had a lot of opinions about what these ladies would be wearing to their place of work. Hugh Hefner at first advocated for a revealing nightgown, but his business partners had other, less sleep attire ideas in mind.
Which I'm really glad about. A nightgown would not have been as iconic in any way. I know that Hugh Hefner was famous for wearing his pajamas, but girls in pajamas isn't quite as legendary as the bunny ears and the outfit that I know we're about to see.
One of his business partners had a girlfriend whose mother was a seamstress. This crafty seamstress created the very first bunny costume.
You guys, look how big her freaking hair is. Oh my God, her hair is literally a foot tall with the ears coming out on top of that. If that isn't the 60s, I don't know what is. My head is exploding. I love this so much.
An outfit that can be boiled down to a swimsuit with the bunny signature bunny tails and ears, which had a last-minute Halloween costume vibe. The bunny instruction manual laid out a lot of rules for the bunny uniform and their overall appearance.
All right, so this doesn't have to do with the uniform necessarily, but let's look at some of these bunny rules. Okay, so they all have to do a photography session because they sign 8x10 glossies, which kind of reminds me of cheerleading back in my day. And they're also paid $1.25 per hour. Also reminding me of my cheerleading days.
Bombastic side-eye, criminal offensive side-eye.
I digress.
Uniforms were to be worn proudly and prettily. Wigs were strongly encouraged, as was bright lipstick and manicured nails.
You know, much like we talked about some of the flight attendant uniforms in past videos and how they have standards around hair and makeup, that is absolutely doable for an employer to have standards around all those things as part of the uniform. It's not just what you wear. It's, I mean, a Playboy Bunny, you're really, yeah, you're looking at her chest, but you're really, you know, the Playboy Bunny is very much a face-forward type job or position. So them having standards around a uniform that is based around female beauty just makes perfect sense.
Bunnies were expected to maintain the high standards of the Playboy uniform on their own dime as well.
We just saw the pictures of the Playboy Bunnies in the full color modern uniform, but when you look back at the black and white uniform, they look exactly the same, which is just so legendary that something this cool. Now, yeah, there have been little updates I can tell with the sewing, etc., and probably some quality updates to this uniform, but I am obsessed that they have carried this look through from the 60s until today.
With maintenance and cleanings coming out of their own little bunny pockets. The uniform itself left them with little wiggle room. As reported by Vanity Fair, the costume came in two mostly prescriptive bust sizes, 34D and 36D.
Two sizes on the uniforms, and they're both D cups, 34 and 30. I haven't been a D cup since 9th grade, so I would be totally out of luck when it came to being a Playboy Bunny. Sorry about that. Not sorry.
How very considerate to give women a whole 2-inch curve around the chest.
So our costume consists of ears, collar, bow tie, cuffs, official cufflinks.
Okay, so we zoomed into modern day, and this beautiful woman is telling us about the elements of the uniform. So we've got ears, cufflinks, the official cufflinks, bow tie.
And the bunnies must be kissing when you hold them right on top of each other. So you can see the bunny on the hip. Corset, which we call the bodice. Rosette, 2 pairs of stockings.
Now let's talk about the rosette. The rosette, which just kind of looks like a ribbon prize that you would get at a state fair for having the best blueberry pie. I kind of like the look of that because if you think about it, a name tag would really interrupt the look of this uniform, even though that's where most of the patrons are looking anyway. But when everyone is sitting and the bunny is standing and serving, she's got her name right at eye level, which hip level is eye level when people are sitting. So I think that's a really cute addition. I like it, and I haven't seen that in really any other uniforms anywhere, so very cool detail.
In nude and a sheer black, and a pair of no higher than 4-inch pump pointed toe high heels.
So 2 pairs of stockings. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but that is definitely a trick that servers and women do in general. You wear a pair of nude stockings, and that's to really kind of tighten everything up, and then you put the black stockings over that to give it the kind of a multi-layered shaded look that really makes you, not only holds you in, but really gives this perfect black gradient look to your leg. And it's just a tiny little trick that girls do. Did you guys know that? Just a little uniform factoid.
There have been many iterations of the costume over the years, reimagined by famous designers.
Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, so I'm seeing like all the military ones and they look really, really cute. But this middle one here, that is Playboy Club Tokyo. Oh my gosh, that is so freaking cool. I love that this uniform can be reinterpreted in so many different ways, but no matter what, because of the unique silhouette, you know exactly what it is.
The blondes, Roberto Cavalli did a redesign for the Palms Casino.
Come on, Cavalli with the cheetah print. I am obsessed. Oh, this is hot. This is so, so cool. And like I said, no matter what fabric they put on it, when you see a Playboy bunny, you know it.
In the 80s, there was a massive redesign of the costumes for the clubs, especially in Los Angeles. There were cabaret bunnies. It was really cool. The 80s were such a really cool time for the clubs. I love getting fitted in my costume. It was such a great experience because you realize only so many girls throughout the years have been able to wear one of these costumes, and it's always an honor, and I never take it for granted.
Yeah, so it is really special. There are only a select few women that have been able to wear this legendary costume, so good for her, and good on all the Playboy bunnies that have worn this uniform proudly for so many years. So, how many Reviewniforms do I give the Playboy bunny uniform? 5 Reviewniforms, absolutely, without a doubt. This is so sexy, so cute, it's legendary, and I don't think I need to say a whole lot more about the Playboy bunnies. Love it. And this reminds me, guys, do you remember me telling you a few videos ago that you know that you've made it as a uniform designer when they make your uniform a Halloween costume? Well, there you go right there. I mean, any party you go to, there's gonna be Playboy bunnies. And it also reminds me of 2 of my favorite movies, Bridget Jones's Diary and Elle Woods from Legally Blonde, where they both dress up like Playboy bunnies. So cute. All right, guys, what's next?
You know, for those of you who have been watching the bouts during the Olympics, Jennifer Wad talked with a local fencing coach to learn more about the uniforms the athletes wear and also how the competition is scored.
And what is this made of?
Kevlar.
Kevlar. So as you guys can see, this is a fencing uniform, and the fencing uniform jacket, I know a little bit about the fencing uniforms, and I mean, I know what they look like, but I'm excited to find out some details about them. So the jacket is made of Kevlar, and as far as I know, Kevlar is what's used in airplanes, as well as to make bulletproof vests, I'm pretty sure. And the military wears them in their vests to protect them from shrapnel.
Wow.
Kevlar mixed and polyester. Kevlar, polyester.
And polyester.
Kevlar and polyester. So a little bit of a blend. The Kevlar to protect yourself, I guess, against the saber, and a little polyester for probably a bit of stretch and a bit of movement, and to have kind of a soft feel. I couldn't imagine that 100% Kevlar jacket would be too comfortable. Let's see some more.
Coach Alan Chernomachensev is fitting me with the protective jacket fencers wear when they compete. The next layer?
So lame goes on the top of the jacket.
Lame, okay.
Lame, yes.
And what is this for?
This one here is conduct electricity.
Oh, okay. So the next layer that they put on is called the lame. It's the piece that conducts the electricity that keeps the points. I'm pretty sure that that's how it works. Obviously, they're not fighting with real sabers, but they've got to have a way to keep the points when there's contact. So this vest or this protective layer is the one that conducts the electricity. Well, we're about to find out. Why am I saying it? Let's just see if I'm right.
Triggered by this, the weapon, which has a flat tip, it's not sharp, when it hits the lame. You really have to push, though, hard for that to...
Yes.
And by this pushing down is how you score the point.
Aha, okay. So I see that the lame zips up and it goes all around like the center of your body and kind of ties around the back. So when you get hit, and if you get hard enough to punch in that little piece on the end of the saber, that's how you get a point. The electricity from that is conducted through the lame. That is so cool.
Meaning an opponent has to push against their competitor's lame pretty hard to trigger the electrical signal that registers each point scored. Anywhere then that you see the lame is where if you hit, you score a point.
Wow, okay. This is a great picture of two USA fencers competing. And I never really understood why they were tethered before. I was always wondering why they were tethered on the back, but it's not just a tether to keep them where they need to be. They are tethered because there is a electrical current going through there that is used for the scoring. The things you learn. Uniforms just have so many factoids.
Something else, fencers only wear one glove.
And it needs to have no hole.
It's weird to only be wearing one glove.
Is it weird to only wear one glove? I know someone who might disagree.
There's actually no protection in the back of the mask because in fencing, it's against the rules to turn your back to your opponent.
And probably not very smart. Okay, this mask. First of all, I did love the USA mask. So obviously they can paint the front of their mask. I wonder if they ever do anything really scary on there like the goalies do in hockey. Anyway, I just figured out what this mask reminds me of. Squid Game. Tell me that they did not totally copy this from the fencing uniform. I see you, Squid Game designer. I know what you did and I like it. I like it because yeah, it is a little bit scary looking.
It's kind of heavy.
Yes, it is.
It's heavy, okay? Not as heavy as a football helmet, but it has some weight to it. Now Coach shows me the proper way to hold the final piece of equipment. In this case, it's called a foil.
You hold it like this. Finger on the top, finger on the bottom, like a pinch.
Now I'm ready to fence.
Okay, now we're getting a visual of all the elements of the uniform. So we've got the headgear, we saw the lame, we saw the jacket. What are their pants called? Breeches, that's what they're called. It says here that they're made out of heavy cotton or ballistic fabric, so I guess they could be made out of Kevlar and poly as well, which, you know, they probably are. If someone's coming after you with a saber, it can't really hurt to have Kevlar in your pants as well. I mean, there's some precious jewels down there. All right, and then we've got the shoes and the socks. And okay, so there's another thing called a plastron, and it looks one-shouldered, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume that's your fighting side and probably just another way to protect you. And then a chest protector, so smart. I was thinking about that for the girls. Yeah, so it looks like there's like a hard, it would be the replacement for like a cup for guys, a chest protector for the girls. Ooh, okay, sis. This is a pretty awesome little video here of this fencer. And I think it's just kind of showing that, you know, girls can do it too. It's not just a on guard men's game. But what I'm noticing about the uniform here is that what they didn't show us before is that inside the helmet there is padding, which is really great because she says it's heavy, and I'm assuming it's made out of Kevlar as well, but it's got the padding inside to make it comfortable here, which is Good, smart detail. So, how many Reviewnicorns do I give the fencing uniform? I'm gonna give it 3 Reviewnicorns. I do like the uniform because there's something about the helmet and it being a mask that makes it really mysterious, because I cannot think right now of any other sport that completely covers your face where you can't be seen at all. So it is a little dark and mysterious and scary, which it should be. I mean, someone's coming at you with a saber. Still, 3 Reviewnicorns. I need more color. I need more style. All right, guys, I'm ready for the next one.
I mentioned the colors. Pantone 356 and 107 on the color wheel, better known as Oregon green and yellow.
I was about to say Green Bay, but no, Oregon. Okay, let's go, because I know they have some very, very cool uniforms.
Their interlocking U and O were as simplistic and elegant as the name of their mascot, the Oregon Duck.
Okay, I don't know everything there is to know about college football. Why do I know that the Oregon Duck's name is Puddles? Like, why do I know that fact? Because my life revolves around useless factoids. Yeah, Puddles. He's legendary. Let's go.
All hell broke loose, and somehow their colors and uniforms got even more electric. Tradition in NCAA football is something kept almost to a fault. When Oregon first unveiled its current O logo, the world was wondering if we'd lose everything to the Y2K bug. But in the mid-2000s, they truly maxed out their circuits.
All right, guys, what a huge change for them. Out of nowhere, start making their colors incredibly vibrant and going off of their Pantone colors. I'm telling you, like, as a uniform manufacturer, teams and brands very, very rarely step outside their comfort zone. So for the NCAA to be doing something like this is a huge, huge deal. I want you to notice on this freeze frame that they've got a little pattern on their shoulders. That pattern is called diamond plate, and you usually see that in like a side step on a truck or sometimes on outdoor stairs, but it's always made out of metal. So I love it that they kind of put that on their shoulders to give, I don't know, a little bit of a different and intimidating look. I like it. And I like the shiny helmets. Like, anything shiny, give it to me.
And when alum Phil Knight and his Nike money got hold of the program's aesthetics, they did the unthinkable, turning convention completely on its head.
Wow, I love the wings on their shoulders and these shiny helmets. Oh my God, they're really going all out. Instead of putting the logo on the sides, now they've got the logo in the back, and they've got a contrast silver or subdued wing on the helmet and wings on the shoulders in what looks to be a metallic material. I'm telling you, they are going all out with the theme. I mean, they are the ducks and the wings make sense. So they're going all out with their theme, but they are being incredibly innovative. This is beautiful to see.
Forget classic looks. They would wear a different uni combination for every single game of a football season. Think about that. We've got schools across the country that wouldn't change their look during world wars, never mind just for the hell of it.
You know what? There are so many sports teams that act like that. They act like it's such a sacrifice to make a change from their uniform and their branding. And this is just so brave and so cool of Oregon to just really innovate and put fashion into college football. Once again, love the wings, the duck wings on the shoulders.
Blasphemy in many circles, but it worked. Oregon is still the OG of the what on earth are they wearing look.
So in this freeze frame with this number 10, if you look closely, you can see that the numbers are made out of a holographic material. And this is what's cool. Since they are wearing a different uniform for every game, they don't really have to care if the uniform and the materials that they're using are necessarily long lasting. For example, when we make uniforms, if we ever use this metallic kind of foily fabric, it looks great, but it does not launder well. And we have to inform our clients that you're not gonna get a long wear out of this. But heck, they can like wear this and wear rhinestones and diamonds if they wanted to, because it really only needs to last one game and look great for one game. Love it!
The greens got darker, the yellows got more neon, black became somewhat of a primary color, and their silver helmets were so shiny, you felt like you could see them all the way in Portland.
I wonder if there was anything with the helmets, like the sun is reflecting and it's getting in the other player's eyes and it's cheating or something like that. I don't know. I could just see something small like that going on in football, and like it's a big uproar. I love the drama.
If you didn't remember the short-run science fiction action television series Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future before then, you did now. Once that creative dam was broken, Oregon ran with it like Prefontaine at the 1972 Olympics, where he finished 4th in the 5,000 meters.
Okay, and we all know the legend of Steve Prefontaine. He went to Oregon, I do know that, and I know another absolutely useless factoid. If I'm not mistaken, the famous sports commentator Ahmad Rashad also went to Oregon, and he's a legend too. So if I'm correct, I'm gonna leave it in, and if I'm not, I'm gonna leave it in anyway, because we all gotta learn something new all the time. So if I'm wrong, comment down below and let me know.
Their intricacies and attention to detail were a game changer. Stripes started showing up in places you'd never expect way back when Joey Harrington was in town. Helmet and face mask colors could be anything. Wing shoulder overlays that were really only visible to the naked eye.
I love this close-up of the shoulder with the duck on it because you can see how many details that they've put into the uniform. This is obviously an embroidered twill patch, but then if you look closely, you'll see that there are vinyl decals that come from the front to the sides of the shoulders that are a tone on tone, so it's green on green, but it's vinyl. So they're playing with textures and fabrics. I mean, this is fashion, people.
Number fonts were all over the place, and gradients on the helmet would have made most boomer boosters blush.
Okay, is this helmet giving you a little Wolverine, or is that just me? Because I just saw Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't know.
Most importantly though, in addition to change just for the sake of it, Oregon had themes with intention. For example, in 2017 against Nebraska, they rocked a look that was designed by children who'd beaten cancer.
You gotta love when you can incorporate fashion with a cause. I mean,
they even paid homage to Lewis and Clark on the Oregon Trail once in 2015. What Oregon figured out is whatever works is exactly that.
Okay, you guys, I have to freeze on this jersey. I can only imagine the guy who walked in, the designer, and said, here's what we're gonna do for college football. We're gonna do a black and white splatter paint jersey with purpley green iridescent letters. What do you think, guys? I mean, that is brave. And they went for it. That's what I love about what they're doing in Oregon, is fashion, baby.
We could argue for days which is their best look, and there are literally dozens of options, but there's one that encompasses every element of their history that we must single out. Created as part of Oregon's Once a Duck, Always a Duck initiative, the actual uniform looks like the actual mascot costume itself, an absolutely perfect blend of old and new, first released in 2016.
You guys, I'm losing my mind. If you know about me, you know that I really love something a little bit cheesy and a design that is right on the nose. And this one is so on the nose, on the bill. I'll be here all week. I won't, I'll be here next Sunday, but you know what I mean. This is iconic. This is next level. I mean, dressing up like the mascot perfectly. This is fashion. This is bravery. This is legendary. This is all of the things wrapped up into one. Fashion and tradition had a baby, and that is this uniform.
White helmets and pants, head and legs, orange face masks and socks, bill and legs, and green jerseys that match the mascot's look all the way down to the double stripes on the sleeves.
You guys, that took me on a journey. That took me on a serious journey that I don't even know if I was ready for. But wow, Oregon is doing it right since the 90s, and they are still serving it every single game. What just a reason to watch in and of itself. They've really used their popularity for good with the causes, and they're giving us something that we just don't get with football a lot, you know? We get fashion and we get looks. They're serving looks. It's awesome. All right, so what do I give the Oregon Ducks uniform? Come on now. 5 Reviewniforms. Are you kidding me? That last uniform that looked like Puddles the duck? I'm through. I don't know what's gonna top that in football. Absolutely amazing. All right, guys, I wanna know what you think. Comment down below and tell me what was your favorite. Was it the Playboy Bunnies, the fencing uniform, or the incredible Oregon Ducks? I mean, wow, wow, wow. We had some really cool uniforms. uniforms today. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. So please, once again, don't forget to comment down below. Subscribe, please. I would love to have you here every single Sunday when I upload my videos for Uniform Expert Reacts. We'll see you next time. And don't forget the most important thing. It's okay to judge uniforms, but not people. Love everybody.